Picture a stick figure in the middle of a conversation. Someone asks a simple question, and inside that little head, a frantic machine starts up. The words come in English, get translated into the native language, an answer forms in the native language and then gets translated back into English. By the time the figure opens its mouth, the moment is gone. This is the single most common reason people who knows English still freeze when they speak it. The good news, it is a habit, not a limit, and habits can be changed. In the next few minutes, I want to walk through 8 habits that actually move your English forward. Not grammar drills, not memorizing word lists. 8 small changes in how you practice. Some of them will feel uncomfortable at first. All of them work better than the thing most people do, which is studying English like a subject instead of living in it like a language. Let's start with the trap. Habit 1. Stop translating in your head. When you translate, you are always one step behind. The conversation moves at full speed while you are still converting sentences in the background. Fluency is not fast translation, it is no translation. The goal is to attach English words directly to things and ideas, with nothing in between. When you see a cup, the word should be cup, not your native word, then a search, then cup. This sounds impossible at first. This sounds in cup. This sound. It is just unpracticed. Every time you skip the translation step, even on one small word, you are wiring the direct connection a little stronger. Right now, look around the room, point at 5 things and name each one in English, out loud if you can. Do not translate. Just look and say the English word directly. A chair. A window. Your hand. If a word does not come, skip it and look it up later. 5 objects. Direct naming. That is the first rep. Habit 2. Input before output. You cannot pour water from an empty bucket. Most learners try to speak and write long before they have taken in enough English to have anything to pour. They run dry, get frustrated, and conclude they are bad at languages. They are not. The bucket is just empty. Before output comes easily, you need a large amount of input, listening and reading, so that correct English starts to feel normal before you ever produce it. Children hear thousands of hours before they speak in sentences. You get to use shortcuts, but you cannot skip the bucket. For the next week, add 20 minutes a day of English you genuinely enjoy. A podcast on a topic you love. A show you would watch anyway. The rule is only that it is in English and you find it interesting. You are not studying. You are filling the bucket. 20 minutes every day, something you like. Habit 3. Feed yourself the right level. Not everything that is in English helps you. If the input is so hard that you understand almost none of it, it is just noise. Your brain cannot learn from sound. It cannot decode. And if it is far too easy, there is nothing new to absorb. The sweet spot is content where you understand roughly 80% and have to stretch a little for the rest. Researchers call this comprehensible input, or I+1, your current level plus 1 step. That stretch, repeated daily, is exactly where growth happens. Picture a figure climbing stairs one step at a time, not leaping to the top, one step above where it stands. Choose one show or channel that sits just above your level, where you follow the story but miss some words. Turn on English subtitles, not subtitles in your own language. English subtitles connect the sound to the spelling. Native subtitles send you straight back to translating. One show, English subtitles, slightly above your level. Habit 4. Learn phrases, not single words. Here is something fluent speakers do without noticing. They store language in chunks. Not would, you, mind, as 3 separate words to assemble under pressure, but would you mind, as one ready-made block that comes out whole. A huge amount of natural English is these prefabricated chunks. When you collect words one by one, speaking feels like building a wall brick by brick in real time. When you collect phrases, you are placing whole sections of wall at once. You sound more natural, and you think less, because the chunk already carries its own grammar. This week, collect 5 useful phrases instead of 5 words. By the way, it depends. I was about to. Write each one on a card, and then write 1 sentence of your own using it. 5 phrases, 5 sentences. Use them in real conversation if you can. That is when they stick. Habit 5. Shadowing. This is the most powerful speaking exercise almost nobody does. You take a short piece of audio, A sentence from a show, a line from a podcast, and the instant you hear it, you repeat it out loud, copying not just the words but the rhythm, the melody, the stress. You are not reading, you are echoing, a half second behind, like a shadow. Shadowing trains your mouth and your ear at the same time. It teaches your muscles the actual shapes of English sounds, and it tunes your ear to the music of the language, which is most of what makes someone sound fluent rather than correct. Pick 1 minute of audio with a speaker you would like to sound like. Play a sentence, pause, and repeat it immediately, matching their rhythm, not just their words. Exaggerate the melody. 5 minutes a day. Your mouth is a muscle, and this is how it learns the moves. Habit 6. Speak before you feel ready. Almost everyone waits. They tell themselves they will speak once their grammar is solid, once their vocabulary is bigger, once they feel confident. That day never arrives because confidence comes from speaking, not before it. Every mistake you make out loud is information. It shows you exactly where the gap is, far faster than silent study ever could. The learner who speaks badly for a year ends up fluent. The learner who waits to speak perfectly ends up exactly where they started. Mistakes are not the obstacle on the road. They are the road. Today, say 3 sentences in English out loud. To a person, to a language partner, or just to the empty room. Let them be imperfect. Do not fix them mid-sentence. The goal is not correctness. The goal is to break the silence and get 1 rep of actually speaking. Habit 7. Narrate your life in English. You have a quiet voice in your head all day, commenting on what you are doing. For most learners, that voice runs in their native language, which means they practice their native language for 16 hours a day and English for 30 minutes. Flip a small part of it. As you make your coffee, think, in English, "I'm filling the kettle. I forgot to buy milk again." No one hears it. There is no pressure and no audience. No one hears it. There is no pressure and no audience. But you are turning the dead time of an ordinary day into hundreds of tiny private reps of thinking directly in English. Choose 1 routine you do every day. Making coffee, walking to the station, washing the dishes. For just that 1 routine, narrate it silently in English. When a word is missing, notice it, and look it up afterward. 1 routine every day, narrate it in your head. Habit 8. Consistency beats intensity. This is the one that decides everything. A learner who does 20 focused minutes every single day will pass the learner who does a 5-hour marathon once a month, every time, without exception. Language is not built by cramming, it is built by frequency. The brain keeps what it sees often and quietly discards what it sees rarely. 20 minutes a day is 14 hours a month, arriving in the small, repeated doses your memory is actually designed to hold. A small seed watered daily becomes a tree. A flood once a year just washes the soil away. Pick 1 fixed time tomorrow, attached to something you already do, like right after your morning coffee, and give English 15 minutes there. Same time, same trigger, every day. Do not chase long sessions, chase the streak. 30 days of 15 minutes will change more than you expect. None of these 8 habits is complicated. That was the point. You do not need a classroom, a perfect accent, or a flight to another country. You need to stop translating, fill the bucket, feed yourself the right level, collect phrases, shadow the sound, speak before you are ready, narrate your day, and show up daily. You will not master all 8 at once. So pick 1, just 1, and do it for 30 days. The figure who froze at the start of this video is not less capable than anyone else. It just needed to live in the language instead of studying it. So do you. If this was useful, there are more like it on the channel. Take care of yourself this week.